Hi, this is the story of how I got the name Hell's Angelfish. So a number of years ago, I was on an LGBTQ water polo team, and everyone on the team got given a fish name. The name of the team was called Triggerfish, and everyone had a fish name: Angelfish, Dragonfish, whatever. And you got named after you've been in the team for a while and went to a meeting at the end of the year. So I had already had a fish name. I was from boxing. I got the name Stingray, and so I really wanted to be called Stingray. Keep it consistent, one name. But unfortunately, someone already had the name Stingray. They hadn't been on the team for a number of years, but once a triggerfish, always a triggerfish. So Stingray wasn't really an option. So I went to this party where they were going to be doing the naming, and it was a theme party. I don't really remember the theme. I dressed up as Betty White. I went with a friend Meredith, who dressed up as Madonna. It's maybe Heroes. I don't really know what the theme was, but we dressed up, and we get there, and you need to write on this piece of paper a name that you would like. Now, there's this history within the team that if you really push for a name that you want too much, that they'll give you a terrible name. And there's a number of examples of really disgusting names that people have been given because they really wanted a certain name. So I was a little hesitant of pushing any kind of name because I didn't know what would kind of come out of that. But I still wrote Stinger in the paper, even though I knew I couldn't get that name. But there was another name I was super excited about. But someone had written Hell's Angelfish. And I think that was the year, or I'm not sure if it was that year. Previously, I got my motorcycle license, and someone knew I had my motorcycle license. And as you all know, I have this little tiny shiny blue scooter. So not really Hell's Angels look so much, but I went for it. So you need to go and stand up, and so you stand up in front of everyone, and you're standing there, and they read out the different names that people had written on this list. So there was a plethora of different names that were kind of written there for me. And then people either cheer or boo the different names that they hear. The names were not all that exciting. There were, a few names that weren't that exciting. Stingray, which I knew I wasn't going to get, and then Hell's Angelfish, which I really wanted. So standing up there, and so they say the different names. Who knows? Angelfish, whatever. There was this, and I was kind of quiet. Then they got to Hell's Angelfish, and apparently I looked terrified. I was like, because I really wanted it so badly, but I knew that if I showed too much excitement, that they would not give me that name. So I stood there really, really still, dressed up as Betty White, and there was enough screaming, yeah, Hell's Angelfish. And so that is how I became Hell's Angelfish.